Every year for Teachers' Day, I get wished. And the thing that I wish people knew was that the biggest learning I had as a teacher is that the teaching profession should not exist the way it does today. If we triple teachers' pay, learning outcomes will improve, people say.
When you pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
If we bring doctors from AIMS and rocket engineers from ISRO and teach children, their learning outcomes would soar. If any of these resonated with you, I'm going to throw an open challenge to you. Try this and the learning outcomes would hardly move. Why? That's the puzzle. Now, the biggest learning I had as a teacher is that the problem is not that the highest quality people aren't coming in. Of course, we could improve that. Of course, we should improve the pay. All of that, yes. But the fundamental problem is that the way the teaching profession is designed itself is broken. We're expecting one person to be a subject matter expert, to be able to motivate children, to be able to become an exam coach, to be able to be a psychological counselor once in a while. And no single human is going to be able to do this for the kind of classroom that's been given to them, including the most talented people. Once they try it, they will know. I've tried, I know. Now, the challenge then is, what do you do? When you look at a cup and most people are looking at it and going like the cup is half full, the cup is half empty. An engineer looks at it and goes, why is the cup designed so big? The cup should be designed smaller. So what education really needs is engineers who can actually design the cup of teaching. And the most important thing to do in that is to take this blobby profession today and break it into specializations. The first one is a learning engineer who understands learning science and builds a bridge like a civil engineer does. Hey, these are the set of activities that these children should do to go from not having certain skills to be there. And this needs a lot of knowledge about how the brain learns, but also a lot of understanding of the ground, just like a civil engineer needs to know. What's the wind here? How much weight do I want it to take? Are there any other rain conditions? And so on. The second is a learning coach who leads the day-to-day learning. Their role becomes a lot around leading the learning, understanding the motivations of children, help them set goals, get them unstuck clearly when they need to. And then assessment engineers or learning doctors who feed back, hey, what were the gaps that still emerged? And then help the learning engineers change again. Now, all this is possible. Can we actually create these many specializations and go after this? Yes. Now, if you look 10 years ago, right, strength training or needing to be fit was not as high a priority for us. But in 10 years, if you look at it, it's undergone a soaring change in the fitness coaches, in their dignity, in their ability to become financially viable, ability to set up their own boutique gyms if needed, which are much more aligned to scientific principles like strength training, whereas earlier it used to be gym bros assuming you're going to do some bodybuilding, right? Similarly, today we're going to learn that learning is not just for exams, just like fitness was not just for bodybuilding. Everybody's going to learn that. And more people are going to want good learning coaches, just like we needed fitness coaches, to help you either in one-on-one or small group setting, who are understanding how the brain works, just like fitness coaches need to understand how muscles work and how strength training works. Young children might be the first to benefit from it because their full-time job is to learn. And learning coaches, along with learning engineers and learning doctors, will start building these systems for them in their own way. The dignity and the financial viability of learning coaches, these new breed, can actually soar in the next 10 years. And that's the world we want to build. And over the next 10 years, if we train thousands of learning coaches who have these new skills to actually make children learn, we would have done something huge for the education model. Let's see if we do it.